Okay, guys, so I wanted to talk about your third eye and what it has to do with your abilities. Um, Now I'm gonna teach you a trick on how to know if your third eye is open or closed. So, okay, so you're gonna get your finger and we're gonna put it in the center of your head. And you're just gonna pulse your energy into your head. And if you can, psychically feel if there are two lids that are closed, closer together, or if they're more further apart. So that it could be closed like this, or there could be this distance, or very open like that. So you can try even put your hand, hover your hand. You don't have to put one finger, you can hover your hand. And you can talk to your third eye and say, are you open or closed? And mine tells me open, and I can see my third eye and about this distance across that open. So that's an open third eye, about that distance. That's the lids are open, right? So how I see the third eye. I see it like an eye. So it's our eye here, but it's in the other way around. Imagine an eye like this, but it's turned the other way, like that, and it's bigger and it's made of energy. It's a chakra. But what I think it is our connection to our brain and our extrasensory connection to the soul as well, because our soul is inside our head. Which is why when people die, they open their mouths, because the soul is coming out and exiting. So our soul is at the center of the pineal gland. So that is our third eye chakra is a direct connection with our soul, with our pineal gland, with our whole entire brain and our entire body. So it's not just a third eye that's responsible for psychic ability. It's more of an indication that yes, your abilities, you have consciously told it to awake to open, and you are very psychic if it's open. That's already an indication there. So if you feel that if you're hovering above it, you feel like it's closed, if you don't get much of a reaction or maybe a little bit. Now this is what I've seen from most people when I've done meditations in groups before. Not everyone's eye is open, and this comes with practice. The more you practice, the more it gets open. I'll tell you what I usually see in most people. Their third eye is about that much distance. It's not completely closed like this, but it's like that much. And I see during meditation they really struggle to open it, and so I'm kind of trying to help them. I'm like, how do I help them open it? And it really is just practice, and the more that they, due to fear as well, fear can close your third eye right up, and then something fearful that you saw, and fear is an illusion. There's nothing to fear, and our third eye, we can see other dimensions, we can see so many beautiful things, and we can astral travel, we can do so many and see so many amazing things with our third eye open. And we can see the truth around us, we can see auras around people, with our third eyes open. So I think that that's one way of telling. What I just told you is one way of telling if your third eye is open as well. And you can even open your third eye as well by consciously telling it, I'm not afraid, I have no fear, and I want to see what's truly there around me. And I want you to open third eye, and then it'll open like a flower, or two, like an eye opening, like that. So, like if you've got a third eye that's really open, like that, you're very psychic. You know, so I've seen that on some people, but not many. You know, I've seen the very bright, very strong, they are very open. You know, and most psychics, people who are, you know, psychic and have been since they were a child, will have this open. So it happens during childhood, where we're programmed and taught that fairies aren't real. You're imagining things, our parents tell us things, you know. And then we believe that, you know, and so once we get into our teens, we've already closed that, you know, that energy that was programmed to us, deposits in our brain, and affects us from increasing our psychic abilities, because we're told it's not real, you're imagining things, ghosts aren't real, fairies aren't real, you know, and that affects your brain. All that energy stops your psychic abilities. So it's not just our diet, it's the programming that actually stops our psychic abilities. And I think this has been done on purpose to everyone, to most humans, to stop us from developing a third eye. That's why programming is so important to clear up. And I think that you can do a meditation to send energy to clear out any negative programming that has caused you to fear, or caused you and stopped you from using your third eye, you know, or your psychic abilities. So you can even talk to your third eye, you know, how are you, you know, mine says I'm good. It's kind of freaky, but you can do that as well. You can also consciously send energy from your hand if you want your third eye to open, right? And it's important that you don't force the situation, because you might not be ready. You might be at that stage where I want to force it open, just force it open. You know, not like that, but, you know, like really force it open, and you're not ready to see what's really around you. You might not be at that stage in it. You might need to do it slowly, you know. I mean, it's up to you. If you really want to force it open, you can. You know, you speed things up, you can. So it's important to send the amount of energy into your third eye. You can send energy even consciously. Just imagine a white light entering into this area. And not just into the third eye, but into your brain as well, into areas of that, to get rid of that programming and to open your third eye. And say, as you imagine a white light entering your third eye, you know, just sit down like I am and imagine a white light or a golden ray entering your third eye and going all around into your pineal gland, into the middle part of your brain, and extending outwards to the other parts of your brain as well. And imagine that golden and white light energy healing and removing any programming, any negative programming that has caused you to fear or stopped you from opening your third eye or developing your psychic abilities. So send that golden ray or white light energy towards that, to dissolve and remove that out of your head, to heal yourself. You can also do that to heal your brain as well, you know, and to your whole body. You can do that to your whole body, you know, to remove programming on every cellular level. You know, and then once you're going to send, you can even do it with your hand. So wave your hand over your third eye and send a golden light into your third eye, you know, or a white light. And imagine that opening. Say, I want you to open, I have no fear. And say, I'm ready to see what's there. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see clearly. Without fear. I'm ready to see clearly without fear. I am safe, you know, and you send that white light energy, and you might feel it open a little bit. If it doesn't open fully, don't worry. It's probably you need more time, and your third eye will know. It's just like your body. It'll know what it needs to do. I'm not ready to go full out yet, but I'm ready to open a little bit like this, and that's what I need right now for my level. And then later on, when you keep doing this, your third eye will open even more gradually, you know. And if you find that it's too much for you, and because some people might really love it, like, oh my God, you know, I can see this. And you know, I'll just tell you guys, just from doing imagining white light or golden ray going to my third eye and to my brain, I can see the energy field around the timber right now and around the plants, and I can hear very strongly. I can hear the frequency sound from the plants, and I can hear, it's like tuning, like radio signals. I'm getting that from the, and you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing the sound of the objects around me, and so that's, you know, evolution as part of the psychic extrasensory abilities. Psychic is very vague because you can evolve with many different abilities, you know. Psychic clairvoyance and clairaudience is one part of you. You might have some ET genetics in you. You might have reptilian in your DNA that might awaken something in your brain that you don't know, you know. So there's many different things we can evolve with our brain, and I've seen that it's actually the brain that has a lot to do with our psychic abilities, and we don't actually use the full extent of our brain. So keep in mind that it is not just the third eye and the pineal gland that's responsible for psychic ability. From what I've seen in my visions, I actually think that it's the full usage of the brain. The more areas you've activated in your brain, so that's what I've seen. The light grows brighter, because at the moment most people, they tell us we use our whole brain capacity, and then I look in my visions, I'm like, actually no, we don't. We don't use the full parts of our brain. You know, we might, but it's not as 100% as it should be. You know, that's what I've seen with the light, because I see lights turning on in the brain. So some areas turn on and some are off, and it's usually the inner area of the that's where it's usually on for us. And once we do meditation, become awakened, and we evolve ourselves faster, we evolve our bodies, we heal our bodies, we evolve our bodies so we can have super human abilities and to become more psychic, then our energy field from this inner part extends outwards, and your neurons in your brain interact with other cells and they talk to each other. If you say to yourself, I want to evolve with this ability, you know, you're programming your own brain, and that's all we should be doing. You can heal yourself, you can heal your brain, your cells, everything, right? So your brain is very powerful, and whatever we say to our brain, that's energy that deposits into our brain and goes into our cells, into our neurons in our brain. You know, so remember always to be positive and talk positive to yourself. You know, because that positive energy, this positive self-talk, you know, I'm doing really well today, today's going to be a really good day, you know, and if some people find it hard, I'm one of those people too. I find it hard to talk positive to myself, but lately I've been doing it, and I've been noticing great side effects from speaking positive to myself and my brain. You know, program your own brain, heal your own brain. What I just taught you with sending the golden ray or white light, you can do either. Experiment with each of them. Both are very good, golden ray and white light. And then that's already like healing your brain. You can also do a golden ray and ask it to evolve your brain, or to remove anything negative that's affecting your brain, to update your own brain. That energy that you send into your brain or into any part of your body, your entire body, can evolve yourself. If you send a golden ray down at the top of your head through your entire body and tell it to heal your cells, it will. Your cells are listening. They listen to what you say to them. If you say, I want to evolve, your cells will evolve. If you say, I want to heal myself, your cells will pick up on that energy. It's all about energy. And it's just how smart you are to use that energy to program your own brain and your own cells into healing yourself and doing whatever you want to achieve. So that's another part that I'll tell you, aside from the third eye. The third eye is just like a collection of it. It's our chakra, it's our eye into other dimensions, you know. I can see into the fourth dimension in the astral realm. I can see into the 5th dimension with my third eye open. I can see a ghost that I wouldn't normally see with my third eye open. I can see an ET that's around me. If my third eye was closed, I wouldn't be able to see that. Third, psychic ability is evolution. It's what I found, and it's definitely true. It's how best I can explain it to you, because it's like extrasensory perception and sensing enemies around you, and survival. This is what our psychic abilities, extrasensory abilities are helping us with, which is why it's very important that we develop these abilities to protect ourselves and for survival as well. We need to know if something's in the room next to us. Would you want to know if there's something, you know, an ET or a reptilian about to materialize in the room? You need to be aware of that so you can run, you know, or you can go into a public place and, you know, and survive. So psychic ability is evolution. And I'm just talking about what I explained before about a reptilian is a very sort of a very negative experience. And I can promise you, you know, and listen from my heart when I'm saying there's nothing to fear if you open your third eye. You attract what you want to attract. If you want to attract evil and darkness and you go looking for that, you'll get that. If you want to attract good, light, and love, joy, and beings on the same vibration, you're going to get that. And I can promise you, if you go out during the day and say, I want to attract love to me today, I want to attract joy, manifest that into my life, you will get that. So it's all about you attract what you want to attract into your life, which is why you got to be careful in cutting out anything that's negative. And it could be from you as well, how you're acting to other people. You need to change that behavior so you can become more, you know, increase your light and, you know, ascend your soul, you know. We're all learning here from our own mistakes, you know. Life's not easy here on earth as humans, but we're learning. That's the most important thing. Our souls are learning. We're having an experience here, and that's what's important. So guys, let me know if that third eye technique worked for you, sending the light. And so the most important thing is when you can do it with your hand, or you can do it just by sitting down and imagining a golden light entering through your third eye, or a white light. And it's important that you also do a cleansing. So imagine that golden ray cleansing and healing anything that's negative and affecting you from developing your psychic abilities. So then you want to clean that out of your brain and from this area, right, before you can open your third eye. So you can do that, I mean, while opening your third eye as well. So I want to open my third eye, and I want to also clean out any negative programming that has caused me to stop me from using my psychic abilities. I want that cleared out and dissolved away. And imagine that golden ray or white light dissolving that energy, and you might see it as a brown energy or a black energy or gray. And these are words, and words are energy. Words are powerful. And when our parents tell us something's not real, it's deposited into our brain. So you need to dissolve all of that away. You know, any programming, anything you've heard, dissolve all of that away. Just be who I truly am. Just be the truth. Just be one with the universe. I am what I am. I want to see the truth. I want to see clearly, and I am without fear. I can promise you you'll definitely see a change, you know. Let me know how it goes, guys, with this golden ray and white light energy technique to help turn on your psychic abilities, open your third eye. And some of you will struggle a little bit, but it's just that you haven't practiced. You need to have it. So as well as doing this technique, you need to do some practice as well. And I'm going to teach you all of that. I'm going to make some more videos to help you. There are also other videos on the internet. Some other people make videos to help you develop your psychic abilities as well. So anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video.